Hello, hello. Welcome to today's after school club. This is Design It. I am Ruth. You may have noticed that the last 2 weeks this didn't stream because of snowstorms, but we are on part 3 of our Arduino prototype and invention series. If you haven't seen any of it before, you can go to dospace.org, go to after school club, and if you scroll down here, you'll see Design It right in here, and then, looks like the archive isn't on here, but if you go to our YouTube page, you can see at the top there's like a little handle. I think it's just DSpace Omaha for the YouTube page here. But yeah, you can just go in here and see all the different information here. Now, another thing I want to point out here is Beanstack. So if you guys are like watching these videos when we stream on Facebook or Twitch, you can always interact with us on chat. I'll see them in both places. But if you want more interaction, you can sign up for classes like Little's Lab, where you like the 3 to 5-year-olds can like turn on their camera and meet us face to face with the camera. Or you can also try Beanstack. So Beanstack is like our passports. We had like this little booklet that like you can do activities with by going to her classes and doing stuff at DSpace since there's still a pandemic. We have Beanstack now. So you can sign up for Beanstack. It's free for DSpace. You like go to DSpace here and sign up for DSpace's specific Beanstack. It is dospace.beanstack.org. I can actually probably type it over. So it's dospace.beanstack.org. And I typed it on the Twitch side. Yeah, you can always interact with us either on Facebook and Twitch. Yeah, you can sign up there. You can win prizes based on how many things you complete. I'm gonna go ahead and open the app here. That's Beanstack directions. That's not the link. Click here to get more details. Yeah, that's why. Yep, there we go. There's our Beanstack page here, and then you can sign up through this. Take part in STEAM challenges and win cool prizes. You can register an individual family, or register a whole class through here with your teacher or lead of like a Girl Scout, Boy Scout, child group thing. You can just register here. I registered myself. Yeah, I can just fill through it. You'll get a chance to see like all the activities in there. One of them is like 3D print a keychain, design your 3D print stuff, or participate after school club, other stuff like that. It's just to add to more interaction with you guys, since you know we're still in lockdown, almost a year in lockdown. But here we go. Okay, I'm gonna switch to stream here a little bit. We'll see my hands real soon. So we were working on making, actually no wait, I should switch to this first. I think it was a Padlet, because it's been 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, so we need to log in here. I'm just gonna log in with Google. We had like this board for ideas. Again, it's been a while, but a while ago we like, since this is Design It, we go through problem solving with design. That's what a lot of intuitive design is these days. And with the streams, we've come up with a few ideas, and we're gonna do physical prototypes. So we're making like a translate screen where you go up to it, you can type into it or talk to it, and it auto translates to the other person. You know, there's a lot of things like that already, like with phones and stuff, but here at DSpace, it's kind of a hassle to pull out your phone, and you're gonna have someone come close, you know, to the phone. Just kind of illustrate that. You can't really do that right now, so it'd be nice to have like a little screen that you just look at and talk, and then it's like a double screen. Well, it depends how we want to prototype it, but that is the idea. There's a lot of Spanish speakers around here. Again, if you're tuning in from outside of Omaha, we are in Omaha, Nebraska, we're in a library. But yeah, like, there's Spanish speakers, there's a few like a FAQ thing of basic things you can look at so you don't have to dock a new one. But the FAQ can get really, 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 really long. So we're thinking maybe something digital. Also, this is the point of this is to make something with Arduino. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch cameras here. We got like a new setup now. Yeah, these are like my hands right here. So these are two different devices that you can work with. If you want to get into like inventing with electric kind of components and computer type stuff. When DSpace opens again, you can actually check these out as a tech kit and try them out. So we got Raspberry Pi and Arduino here. This is an old model Raspberry Pi right here, but if we open it up, get it open. This is just the shell. And I'm trying to open it. Oh no, it's stuck again. Probably grabbed the wrong one here. There we go. So this is the Raspberry Pi. What it is a microcontroller. A microcontroller is just a little board with some inputs and outputs, such as visual, you can output sound, input, type keyboard stuff. So it's like basically a little mini computer. They can turn into a robot or like a little game device or other things like that. So it's kind of all the stuff, and it's very safe for me to touch. I can like put my hands right here and stuff. But we're not using this because like Raspberry Pi does have a lot of good internet resources for you to get into it, but this is a little bit more difficult to use in Arduino when it comes to making physical devices. When it comes to like digital software, I totally use Raspberry Pi. Oh my gosh, yes. Like you can probably make like a COVID tracker with a Raspberry Pi. A lot easier than an Arduino. But if you want to make something that like, I don't know, waters plants after a while, just like this text that the soil's dry and auto waters it, you can do that with Arduino. I mean, you can do that with Raspberry Pi, but there's way more resources in the community with Arduino. It's mostly because of the community rather than the devices themselves. They both can do the same thing. It's just Arduino is built for a more physical invention, and Raspberry Pi is more built for software, mini software stuff like have a camera to watch your pets and wonder like what are they doing in the middle of the night. Right here, this is the Arduino Uno. I'm gonna hold up here. So you got Arduino Uno. I'm gonna open it up. I think this is like a new one that we had an extra of. Try cut it. This is the wrong kind of pliers here. Right here. Kind of looks the same as Raspberry Pi, except for we got like a little protective plate on the back side. But the thing is, this is a little bit more friendly for people who are getting into electronics because it actually has each pin labeled. Raspberry Pi doesn't have that. So I can hold maybe my camera focus. There we go. You can see like there's little labels on the side. Stuff A for analog, B for digital. This is the digital pins. This is the analog pins. That makes sense later. And, you know, places to plug in power and sound. And in here it tells you which pin is power and which pin is ground. And you can connect a bunch of other sensors into this right here. And yeah, it's pretty cheap to get into. You can buy like a giant set for like $40. It used to be way more expensive, so I'm like, yeah, it's finally cheap. And you can actually get a little microphone. Now the board itself can get expensive depending on which kind you get. But again, yeah, like totally come to DSpace and check out the tech kit when we have tech kits again. And try out Arduino, you can make a lot of cool stuff. Okay, so the point of today is that we're going to be using this next week. We're not going to go into this yet because we need to make a physical prototype. I mean, like a prototype before we get into adding sensors and stuff. But before I get into that, I want you guys to understand what input and output. Input, you just picture we're going to be using this word physical prototype, but input is information you give to something. Output is another thing giving information to you. So like computers, the keyboard, this is input because we're typing things and it goes to the computer. Output is the music you hear right now, things coming out of speakers or things coming out visually in there. Camera right here that you see is input because it's taking data right here and transferring it to the computer, and output is the screen you see right here, right in the monitor area right here, is the output. Okay, so we got to think about what are inputs and outputs for this device. Here, I'm gonna go back to this. Here, I was kind of thinking of this for the little translator. It's kind of hard to see on that screen. Maybe right here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Or maybe, like, there's two different ways. Like, maybe it's just the little thing that you type into, and then the other side to translate. But you kind of maybe need it to translate back. A little double-sided thing, and how it's going to take information. So, I have a bunch of things right behind me right now, as you can see with the little camera. Back here, I got some cardboard on things, some tape, I got some wires. Let's switch to that. Just for prototype. I'm not going to use the wires probably, but I've got a bunch of wires. I'm probably going to start with cardboard, just make something tangible. Like, I don't want this to be huge. I want it to be light. So, I'm going to switch these again. There we go, that's the lid. I have like this big piece of cardboard right here. Grab a marker. Think about, I'm going to prototype probably two different things. So, it's going to be my pretend screen one. I'm going to grab X-Acto knife. The problem is the X-Acto knife might not be in here. I don't see any X-Acto knives in here. Darn, at least the scissors. There we go. Okay, so got a oh yes! My coworker here has an X-Acto knife. Thanks. There we go, I got an X-Acto knife. So first thing first, I'm actually gonna cut this thing in half because it's kind of big. I guess I'm using regular scissors. There we go. And right here. Just got top. So when you're physical prototyping, you just basically grab a bunch of stuff you have around you and make physical prototype. It's just for a way to test how it handles and how it feels before you make the real thing. So you save on materials and such. So you know how you're putting it together. Yeah. Just trying to. I got a much smaller piece of cardboard to work with. Something was huge. Okay. Let's see here. Again, you can always chat with me, give me suggestions of what I should do. Maybe you have your own idea for like a little auto translator. That's easy for libraries to use. And practice safe social distancing. So first one I'm going with is that screen one. So I have a picture of like, you don't want a really big screen. Maybe you want a screen that can like fit on a desk. But maybe you want to have the ability to magnify the text. We're not going to try that. There's definitely enough time to try that. But if you want to make this something bigger, definitely might want something that like makes text bigger for people who can't like see letters really when they're really tiny. So definitely have a screen. I want to make it, I don't know, like 5, 6, probably 8 inches. I have a ruler right here. Yeah, that seems like that. It needs to be like little, but also props up. It's my X-Acto knife. And if you are a small child, probably like you don't have a handle of holding things yet and you drop things often, have a grown-up use an X-Acto knife for you, or use scissors to cut cardboard. X-Acto knives are super, super sharp. Like, I've cut myself on these a few times. This one's a wee little dull. Thinking about it now, I don't think put this on the right category, you know? So I'm like, wait, this is probably the chatting category, not the makers category. Whoops. String it together. Okay. I'm just gonna write this is guest side screen. I'm thinking like I could put this, you know, on the side, but you kind of, there's like probably a huge distance off the desks. So you might want the other screen, you know, like another screen that goes a little bit more. I did I do the upper right corner? Oh. I was thinking I could be more efficient if I just did that side. It's also the case of like the keys. Maybe get a special keyboard. So this side would be, oh yeah, library side. Have to have it just like that. Okay. Actually help me get some distance here. And maybe like we're in between this group is what I'm thinking here. So I'm gonna grab some tape. Put this on the side right here. And looks like I only have enough time to do one prototype, but there's another version where it's like actually just a camera and it speaks things out loud, but that's not going to be good for everyone. And again, this is like a crappy prototype that you can just throw away. It's not meant to be forever. So I'm not doing the best job taping it. It's just a way to get yourself to visually see it, what the changes you can make, maybe things like you could start making the Arduino part, but maybe like this might change your mind on what sensors to use. There's the library side. That in half so I can wrap it around. I might not need the second marker. Nope, I will. Trying to get that distance there. I dropped my marker. It slid all the way. if you don't use markers, you just use some, like, I could probably use scissors, or I could use this Raspberry Pi. Just like right there. Okay. I'll put this box in between. Probably need some type of holder right here, an older Arduino. Something that definitely need to consider. So I got this marker here. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Thanks for saying hi. I love that. We're just making a physical prototype here of our auto translator for libraries. Part of our little design series. We're doing a physical prototype right now. Okay. Then I got like guest side on this side, library on the other. Picking this one right here. This would be keyboard's kind of large, but I don't know, you want to be able to spread your hands out here. See, this is part of talking physical, like pretending you're on it right there. This might be too much of a distance here. Just doing random squares through this. This is a keyboard. There we go. Don't really need a mouse. It's just translation. And you need a spot for a speaker too. Definitely need something to represent the speaker. Let's put in this right here. So I can have that right there. And this piece is also going to be a keyboard. This extra piece of cardboard. And I don't know if the library side needs a speaker. Probably yes, for lip syncing, because American Sign Language, sometimes people depend on the lip movement. You can see it right there, and then it crosses in here just in case there's some word that was miscommunicated, because it looked like another word in speaking. Yeah, so it's got two keyboards. Okay, and then we need something in the middle. Out the Arduino. And then I'm looking around what can I use for a speaker. I gotta think about where I want it. This is a fake speaker. This is just a pencil sharpener, but I gotta think about where I want the speaker. I could like put it right here, like in front of the keyboard, like at the top or something. It's kind of hard to see because the camera. Maybe easier to see from the side. Here we go. It could be right here and stuff, but then you have to like lean in, and that's kind of uncomfortable. It could be like at the bottom here, or it could be like a long range thing, you know, where you just stand in front of it and you speak, and the speaker's at top. Put it right there. People might bend down. Put it up top. Maybe people just speak straight into it instead of getting closer to it. 'Cause I'm thinking COVID here. So, maybe there. Maybe it can be like in the middle, at top too. Maybe it could be like an old directional mic, so you only need to use one mic instead of two. Maybe it's adjustable. Like, you can turn it this way, turn it this way, but that requires grabbing and touching. There could be just like right there or something. I'm gonna try that. I do have a lot of wasted space, but again, we're just inventing things. We don't have to worry about, you know, commercial aspect of it yet. I'm pretty sure as soon as it opens up and turns to the side, it's gonna be like pulling apart. There we go. Okay. I got a screen, keyboard. Definitely have it a little area. You're not gonna see this, but I'll put tape on the bottom side for a place for everything of its. head trying to pick this up. It's kind of felt like it's like very loosely put together. This way, we're up to the other view right here. Like the screen that's tight, the speaker in the middle, and then there's the other side that, you know, brings the information back. Okay. It's back down here. So that part is, you know, the physical handling of this. So I'm typing right here. The screen's kind of low. Maybe the screen should be higher up. So I'm typing here. The screen should be up higher more. That's something to think about. How to type. Something shows up on the screen. And then it goes to the other side. Someone on the other side of the desk looks at it. Speak into this right here. Now, a problem that could happen with this microphone is that it catches up everything around. So it might not need a mic. That might be a bad idea, but it's easy to add in and out. Yeah. So normally you want to at least make, I would say when you're designing stuff, you normally want to make like 3 versions of your idea, like really quick, crappy physical prototypes of your invention. Would be something I would suggest, but I don't have enough time to show 2 more iterations, 2 different versions to go with. So I'm going to stick with this one here, so it doesn't look too much, you know, next week when we do. But next week we are going to make a crappy, like, digital version of this. We got a like keyboard you type in multiple keywords, and it shows on the screen and outputs the other. It's basically a way to combine 2 computers together on the bigger side for libraries to use. We're going to be using Arduino, and I'm going to tell you guys about thinking about what sensors you want here and with input and output. Yeah, that is about it today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for talking to me on Facebook side. I like a little sunflower there. It's nice to have some interaction. But yeah, that is about it today. Tune in for next week when we start building a digital physical invention. This is an auto translator for libraries. Yeah, that's about it today. Tune in tomorrow for Kid Coders to learn some basic programming for kids. Otherwise, yeah, have a good afternoon, everyone.